To you, this quilt with many different pink squares hanging on the wall in the Raymond S. Wilkes Gallery for the Visual Arts at Ohio University Lancaster may look like just that, a quilt. But to Lancaster Campus Development Director Mandy Custer, the quilt is so much more.
It represents the amazing support that I got through my cancer journey, and that was, the support is, 80% of the battle. Then the doctors and the medicine are the other 20% in my opinion, but this represents all the wonderful people who were there for me every step of the way.
Custer's quilt is one of 8 on display during Women's History Month, and each one has a special story. Custer's is a story of strength and perseverance.
The blocks were put together by volunteers at the Decorative Arts Center of Ohio. I worked at the Decorative Arts Center of Ohio from 2004 to 2009, so 5.5 years. I started their development program and got to know the absolutely wonderful, caring, thoughtful volunteers at the Decorative Arts Center. And when I was diagnosed with cancer in September of '09, they knew I was going to go through chemo, and when you go through chemo, you get cold.
And Custer took the quilt with her while she was battling breast cancer.
I took it with me to chemo, and I was up at the James, and many of the nurses said, "We've never seen a more beautiful quilt."
Each quilt on display is beautiful because of the story that goes with it. Lona McBride was working on this quilt on November 22nd, 1963, the day President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. She was so upset that she didn't touch it again for decades. But at the age of 93, she finished the quilt and turned a moment of historical sorrow into a treasured heirloom.
We've got some gorgeous quilts in here. A lot of quilts that were made by grandmothers and great-grandmothers, and each of them comes with a story, and that's the whole, that's the impetus for this, are the quilts and the stories that come with them, because every quilt has a story.
The quilts will be on display through the end of March. I'm Sherry Russo.